everyone, welcome to Liberebil. Wow! I'm behind the wheel of Ebrahim's RunX RSI. He was so kind enough to bring his car down all the way to me, to where I'm filming today, to bring a comparative, not a comparative review, but to reintroduce myself to Toyota and Toyota's RunX RSI. One of the last performance Toyotas we received in South Africa for quite some time. The TRD has a lot of improvements. It retains its 141 kilowatt 2ZZ engine with variable valve lift and variable valve timing. You've got a strut brace added, a short shifter kit, TRD specific springs as well, shocks as well. So to make the car feel a bit more taut, a bit more tight, and a bit more eager to turn in. The RunX RSI kind of understeered a bit when you started to push it. They tried to correct that with a stiffer shock in front of the specific car. Ebrahim's then added probably an exhaust system and an induction kit. But what I want to feel is at the RunX's asking price, which, let's be honest, is a huge amount of money at the moment. I mean, these things fetch, this TRD model specifically fetches well past 150,000 Rand. And they're only getting more expensive because they're such special cars. The 2ZZ revs incredibly beautifully towards 8,000, past 8,000 RPM red line. And it's just always been such an eager, loving, characterful engine. Second gear. Yeah. It just doesn't stop revving, and the feeling you get when it zings to 8,000 RPM is unlike anything I've driven in such a long time. I know VTEC is amazing, I know all that other things are amazing, but it just doesn't make me feel the way 2ZZ does. It really has a character of its own. And this is where my feelings come in with Yaris GR MN. At its asking price of the one I'm testing this week at 760,000 Rand plus, is it worth that money? Because Toyota's had a philosophy of always making naturally aspirated cars for quite some time. This is their first attempt at a 3-cylinder with over 190 kilowatt, and I want to see how, if it makes me smile as much as this TRD does, because my god, this is a sensation. First gear. Wow. Is that little Yaris gonna make me feel like this? Because the sound coupled with the slicky gearbox and the lovely clutch and the very well built interior here is not a rattle in Ebrahim's TRD RunX. I will link Ebrahim's social media all in the description and also on screen, so you guys can follow him and check this car out, because wow, this is excellent. Excellent. I don't want to just engine brake with this car, because these gearboxes, you know, you want to retain the lifespan of the gearbox as much as possible. So just matching the revs up with the synchros is important in the longevity of an older car. So yeah, let's hop behind the wheel of Toyota's Yaris GR MN and see if it makes me feel like this fabulous RunX RSI. Let's talk about the Toyota Yaris. It is incredible, but I first want to talk about some of the bad things about Toyota's Yaris. Number one, the interior. I just want to get all the bad things out of the way so that there's a nice baseline for us to talk about things. This guy's flying here up behind me. Let's talk about the bad. So, build quality on the inside, very plasticky. I wish it was better quality, and the radio just looks like it was stuck onto the dashboard. This isn't even Toyota's infotainment, it's simply just infotainment that looks like you can buy off the market, and this is the top spec Toyota Yaris. It's over 750,000 rand. It does put a smile on my face as big as the RUNX TRD. But the RunX TRD obviously had that naturally aspirated engine that now makes it an absolute hoot to, you know, push to the red line. And this is no different. This little 3-cylinder revs and accelerates with such authority. Let's just see how this thing makes a U-turn quickly. I'm curious because it's 4-wheel drive and these really, oh wow, that's really impressive. With absolute authority. The star of the show here, and I can feel the money went into developing this chassis, went into developing this all-wheel drive, went into developing the way this car feels to drive. It is an absolute sensation. Right, I've got the traction control fully off and I've got the car in the sport setting. Let's do a quick launch. Are you freaking kidding me? How is this car this impressive? I actually can't believe it. Like, this is almost certainly the most impressive 3-cylinder car I've ever driven in all of my life. Oh, Toyota. Toyota, I have chills. I actually have chills. I actually have chills, ladies and gentlemen. This is possibly the best car I've driven. The hype is like very much real. And you guys can watch so many other YouTube videos on the internet about the Yaris' practicality and things like that. But I agree. It has to be one of the most special cars I've driven in a very long time. And I think I know why people are so hypey about it. Is because the last time we got a homologation car like this was, let me think, what, I don't know, you guys might be going to call me out in the comments. Was it last homologation car? Was it Ford Focus RS? I think that was the last homologation car, right? With like 4-wheel drive and stuff like that, because they wanted to go rallying with the car. Am I right or am I wrong? Please tell me. But I can't explain to you how this car feels. The brakes, the chassis, the way the steering wheel turns in. I like the way the seat hugs me. It feels so incredibly special. It feels so incredibly lively and agile, and yeah, you know what, it's hard to say. Like, I know there's a lot of GTI 8 and Yaris GR comparisons, but you can't compare it to a Golf 8 GTI. It's not in the same league. The Golf 8 GTI has a Harman Kardon sound system. It's got a dual clutch transmission, which you can option it with. It's got cooled and heated seats, you know. It's a family car that's just designed to be a little bit sporty, hatchback. This is a thoroughbred little track car. I mean, you've got the big brakes, you've got 18-inch wheels, 17-inch wheels right around with 225 tires, a Pilot Sport 4S's. You've got an active 4-wheel drive system that can dance the power between the front and the rear. It is a proper weapon, this thing, and a weapon that a lot of people are going to choose. But don't go into buying this car thinking that it's going to be easy to live with and things like that. The manual gearbox is beautiful to use, yes, but it's still a manual gearbox in Cape Town, where we have a lot of traffic. You know, the engine is a bit quite thirsty actually. It's only got a 50-liter fuel tank, and I killed the tank in like 1 day of driving. So it's not a, like, don't expect it to be very economical if you're flooring the car the whole time. This car is pretty much one of the best cars I've driven. Not one of, like, the best car I've driven this year. It really feels incredibly special. And you know what I love about it too, no? If you knock it down a cog, like I'm third gear now, 4,000 RPM, no? Just how hard it pulls to the 7,000 RPM limiter and then into fourth. Just listen, I'm turning. What? Let me show you something, right? $60 kilometers per hour, 60, 80, 100, 120. I don't think this thing is shy to rev, no? It revs past 7,000 RPM. It really is a magical little car. One of the brightest moments of 2021 for me. Like, god damn. The sound system sounds, as you expect, quite terrible. I think it's quite disappointing that Toyota didn't offer the JBL. If you're paying this much for the car, like, just make it close to 800k and throw the JBL in. People are still gonna buy it. It's got adaptive cruise control, it's got lane centering, so it will drive itself. I mean, it's a proper little car, this. Wow. If you've bought one, I'm incredibly jealous, because I would like to live with one of these. I'll upgrade the sound system. I don't like aftermarket sound systems, but it will have to be done. The head unit for some reason doesn't even have bass and treble. There's just an preset EQ, rock, pop, jazz, classic. No, I mean, they should have Toyota should have at least chosen the radio with bass and treble settings. Or no, maybe I just can't find it. But otherwise, sensational car. Sensational car. Believe the hype, it is completely real. Thank you so much for this video. I hope you all enjoyed the RunX RSI in the beginning. I really think that if you own either the TRD from a couple of years back or the 760,000 and Yaris track pack, you are going to be happy. But if you have a RunX RSI, like, don't sell it, because you won't feel that feeling in cars is disappearing by the hour, ladies and gentlemen. By the hour. Cars like this is going to be a talking point very soon, because the world is going electric. Our planet is unfortunately more important, because this is where we need to live for the rest of our lives. People throw plastic carelessly out of their windows into the ocean. Like, this is the world we live in now, and it's sad to say that people just don't care. So I'm hoping that if this is what cars are going to be for the next 10 years with 3-cylinder engines, because it sounds quite good, I'll be happy. Like, I'll really be happy. This is phenomenal. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Be free, be you. Liberebil out.